Sonic, the heart of your system.
What's up everybody, Andy here from Kit Guru, and today we're looking at the ASUS ROG Strix Carry. At the time of filming, UK price is around the £75 mark. Let's go straight over to the design and aesthetics. So straight away you can see it's a really nice, sleek, stealthy black design, and I really like this. So it's right-handed, so it is sloped down to the right-hand side to get that nice sort of comfortable ergonomic feel. The top shell and the left and right clicks are one sort of piece molded plastic, and they're molded for your fingers, so it's nice and comfortable. It really is ergonomic. It's got a black ROG Strix logo on the lower back where you would normally find RGB. On the front you can find a gloss black Republic of Gamers text where you would normally find, you know, the cable for a mouse. So the first thing that struck me when I first held this mouse was the black tactile rubber grips on either side, and these have to be hands down the best rubber grips I've ever found on any mouse that I've ever had the pleasure of using before. They're super sort of deep grooves, and it just really grips in your hand. So being a small mouse, obviously this is a really important part of it because you know you're not going to drop it easily, which is great. And you get the same sort of similar tactile rubber grips on the scroll wheel as well, which keeps the theme together, which again is nice. So one thing I would say, is this an ASUS first? There's no RGB. Like, what's going on? There's no RGB, but you know, it's quite nice to see. It's very sleek and modern. I really like it. So jumping over to the size and the weight, obviously is tiny. It really is tiny. So length, it's 10 centimeters long, width of 6.2 centimeters, and a height of 3.6 centimeters. So it's really, really small. And the weight is 72.9 grams without batteries though. And to be honest, it's quite weighty for what it is, but I like that. You know, you've got it, and it just gives it that premium feel. Let's have a quick look at contents. It comes with the mouse, of course. It comes with 2 AA batteries. But one thing I really liked about this is the ROG travel pouch, which is a really nice leather. The zip on it's brilliant. It's very well made, and I think that's an excellent feature because they didn't really have to include that, to be honest. Now it does come with 2 Japanese-made Omron switches. It's really easy to open up. So there's a small sort of tab at the base here, and you just pop that up and the top shell comes off really, really easily. It's held on by 2 magnets. It's not difficult at all. With the battery bay, they go in nice and easily. However, if you don't have any nails, this may be a struggle to remove because there's no pulley tabs. So you do have to get your nail in under the battery to pop them out. So that might be a struggle to some people. You also reveal the hidden wireless USB dongle, which is very easy to access and remove whether you've got nails or not, and it's quite nice. I actually didn't even realize that it was there when I first even looked at the mouse, so you know, it's not hard to miss when you're looking for it, but I clearly did. Now what I found hugely surprising about this mouse is the fact that you have the ability to change switches. I was not expecting this, especially on like a portable mouse, you know? So it's very easy to get to. The Omron switch is pre-installed, a 50 million click lifespan, and it does come with replacement Japanese Omron switches, and also it comes with tweezers to be able to get them out because they are sort of, there's no way you'll be able to get your fingers in there, they're too tight. But the little tweezers that come with it, a very nice touch. It has the ROG logo on there. The top shell is easy to reconnect. It's just a push fit via those 2 magnets. Just a small firm click and away you go. You'll be looking at this mouse thinking, okay, well, what's the button layout? So you've got 2 buttons on the left-hand side, which by default are navigation forward and back on web pages. The mouse is very, very clicky, especially the scroll wheel. So that's quite a nice touch. I would say, however, the 2 buttons on the left-hand side are a little bit spongy. They still give off an audible click, but they're a little bit soft in comparison to the rest of them. Now on the top you'll find one single DPI switcher, which is good. I really like this design personally, rather than having to scroll around multiple. Set 2 different profiles and then just switch between with an easy click, nice and easy. And all of these buttons are configurable via the Armory 2 software, which you can find on the website. Grip styles, this is probably what you're going to be, looking to hear, because it is a small portable mouse. So fingerstyle grip, this is absolutely perfect. It works like a dream, and being a small mouse with those 2 really tactile rubber grips on either side and being a dedicated right-hand mouse, fingerstyle is where this mouse excels. It really, really is nice to use. I can't stop using it this way. You can do claw grip. However, you've got to kind of rest the top of your palm at the back to be able to get the grip there, because, obviously if you rest the base of your palm there, your hand's just going to go completely over the top of the mouse. Unless you have absolutely tiny hands, and then this may be for you then. But if you've got large hands, fingertip grip all the way. I've got small to medium hands, fingertip grip is the best. Obviously palm is just not practical unless you adopt the flat finger style approach, where you kind of just rest the top of your palm again and let your fingers lay flat. That is comfortable enough. So connection wise, we can see that it is a wireless mouse. There's no USB port or cord for this mouse, which I kind of see as a little bit of a drawback, because you could have had a micro USB on the front here as like a backup if you just had one laying around. That would have been nice to see. But aesthetically, it looks nicer without that sort of port there. It does look a little bit ugly. So you've got 2 connection types for this mouse. You've got Bluetooth 5, which battery life wise boasts a huge 433 hours with standard use. And you've also got 2.4 gigahertz wireless, which is going to be the option of choice, despite the fact that you only have 300 hours. However, they do state 300 hours of non-stop gaming. Now, unfortunately, guys, I haven't been able to test 300 hours of consistent gaming because my eyes probably wouldn't be able to work currently. But from my testing, I've been using this on and off, well, pretty much daily actually for the past couple of weeks, and I'm still on the same pair of batteries. There's no sign of any battery loss really. So you do have one helpful LED which changes red and blinks twice every 0.5 seconds once you're under 25% charge. And again, I haven't experienced this yet because I haven't dropped below that percentage. So another feature which is only applicable to the wireless option with the USB dongle is that it supports Smart Hop. Now, we have seen this in other devices, and this basically scans the radio spectrum like 1,000 times a second is what they say, to identify and avoid congestion. It basically tries to find the best and most stable connection on that wireless front so that you get no interruption and no sort of delay there, which it seems to work well. Again, I've said this previously on some of my reviews, I haven't really got a very congested area, so I can't really test it, but at the minute it's pretty good. So when we turn this mouse over, you've got a really simplistic design. I'm a big fan of it. You've got the Strix Carry there, the logo, and then you've got 4 well-placed and large PTFE pads, and they do glide very smoothly. It is a really nice mouse to use, to be honest. And here we also find the off switch, the Bluetooth switch, and the 2.4 gigahertz wireless option. I like this because it can't be accidentally changed. It's not found on the lower back or on the top or anything. Once you've set it, that's pretty much it. You're gonna have to physically turn it over to change it. Build quality wise, the weight definitely gives a premium feel, as I mentioned earlier. In the middle, there's only a sort of very, very mild flex, but that's mainly due to the top cap that's pushed on. Other than that, there's no actual flex. It's just a little tiny bit of movement in that top shell from the body there. So there's no rattles if I give it a shake. There's not really any rattle there again. It's very sturdy, but I still wouldn't recommend dropping this off the side because that top cap will probably go flying. So sensor, we've got the gaming grade PMW3330 optical sensor, and this has a native DPI range between 50 to 7200, which is very, very good on a little portable mouse here. You've got some great specs coming up. In 2.4 gigahertz mode, you've got a polling rate of 1000 hertz, which is brilliant. However, on Bluetooth mode, you only get 125 hertz, which is a huge difference. So make sure you're using that 2.4 gigahertz wireless. You've got an IPS, so an inches per second rate of 150, which again is very good. A 30G max acceleration, which, you know, I'm not a big fan of acceleration myself, but if you are, then you've got that there. And then you can change all of this and adjust it via the software, which we'll look at now. So the Armoury 2 software is very, very easy to navigate. Make sure that you download the newest version from the ASUS website, or if you have an older version, check for updates. I always recommend that with every single new product that you get. The software itself is very quick and responsive. It's a typical ASUS design. You've got that really nice sort of gunmetal theme going on. So you've got 3 profiles that you can change via a combination of 2 buttons. So it's generally the DPI and say the 2 side buttons there, but you can change this again via the software. So you've got a few different sort of tabs here where you can assign buttons. You can calibrate to surfaces, which I definitely recommend you do. If you've got an ASUS surface, you can set from their preset options, which is really handy. I use the ROG Scabbard, so I can just go straight away and hit that one rather than have to calibrate it myself, which is a nice touch. You do have the macro record feature, and you also have the stats tab, which again I really like, because you can hit record, do whatever you're doing, and then when you've finished that, hit stop, and it will tell you exactly how far you've traveled distance wise, how many clicks you've used on each button. I just think this is a nice touch, to be honest. And there even is a power tab, and this lets you enter sleep mode after being idle. You can also assign the buttons to any combination, and you can change the polling rate and all that good stuff in there as well, which I really think is a good feature, because when I first received the Carry to test, I wasn't expecting it to work with Armoury. I thought it would just be a plug and play mouse and you get some base settings. I thought it was going to be really quick and simple, which it is, but the Armoury 2 software is a really good bonus because you can really tweak it to how you want to use it, which I think is a really good positive there. In conclusion, I think the pros: it's a super portable mouse with a really nice high quality carrying case, so you're not going to damage it as long as you keep it safe. Fingertip grip is incredibly comfortable here. Like, I actually prefer it over my main mouse, a full-size mouse. I actually really enjoy using this. I don't know why, it just seems really nice in the hand. The fact that you can change the switches and that it comes with included spares and the tweezers to remove them, I think that's brilliant. Nice one, ASUS, that's very nice of you. The sensor is amazing for gaming, and I haven't had any issues there, despite the fact it's wireless. Wireless mice have definitely come in leaps and bounds over the years, and this is no exception. The Armoury 2 software, which I've already mentioned, is definitely a pro. Battery life-wise, is definitely impressive. Cons: expensive for a travel mouse. No USB port here, so there's no sort of backup mode, which I would have liked to see. However, I can see why they haven't done that for aesthetics purposes, but also because that battery life is so good, you're probably not going to need to change them out anyway for quite some time. So the final con is it's probably not going to be great for large hands. So if you've got massive hands, then this is probably not going to be for you, unless you're okay doing a sort of a bigger fingertip style grip, which I found worked best. Anyway, so that's been my review of the ASUS ROG Strix Carry. Overall, I think it is a very, very good mouse, and I will continue to use it on my travels. So I've been Andy, this has been Kit Guru. Are you looking for a portable mouse yet? Let us know in the comments. If you want to find our merchandise, you can see that down below, and make sure you check our website every day for tech news, which is why we're all here, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.